It sounded like you said a cuckle of other people.
A cuckold of other people.
A cuckle of other people.
That is the metric for measuring audience size on my channel.
Well, of course, because they watch.
It's like there's 110 people watching the stream on YouTube right now.
That's one
about
cuckold.
That's about 20 cuckolds. No, one cuckold is about 5 people. So
it has to be an odd number of people so that there's always one person watching and left out.
Exactly. I'm glad you're understanding. So yeah, there's various versions of the story were sent to me by various people. Like this, like I pulled it from Politico, but everybody sent this to me. So Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's speech to top generals was supposed to serve as a rallying cry for military exceptionalism, but it didn't land that way with many of the people it was targeting. So the thing that stuck out to me immediately, and we'll touch on this later in the article, was that if you collect all of the generals into one room and announce publicly that where this room is going to be and what time it's going to be at, that is just begging for an attack. Can you imagine how devastated the American military would have been if somebody had bombed that room?
Yeah, we would have lost not only our president, which, jury's out on how bad of a loss that would be, but we'd not only lose our president, but we would lose, what was it, over 17,000 years of military experience combined? Some absurd number like that?
Something like that. There were about, from what I read, there was about 800 generals there. So it's all of the top brass. It's all of the commanders of the military, the people in charge of figuring out where to send troops and why. You just bomb that room and the entire American military apparatus is paralyzed. Yeah, so Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's speech to top generals was supposed to serve as a rallying cry for military exceptionalism, but it didn't land that way with many of the people it was targeting.
No, of course not.
So a lot of the sources for this article were anonymous because they feared retribution, which I don't know how much of the speeches you watched, but at one point, when nobody was applauding or laughing at the jokes or reacting in any way to anything that was said, Trump kind of got frustrated and was like, "Oh, you're supposed to be here having a good time. Just don't worry about it. But if you don't want to hear it, you can leave.
You can leave, but there goes your future.
That's the end of your career."
You could walk out there, but of course there's your future. And then everybody just started nervously laughing after that point.
Yeah. So they explicitly threatened their military career if they didn't stay in the meeting. So obviously these people were not comfortable there.
Yeah.
But so the people that were there were speaking anonymously because they don't want to jeopardize their careers. So one person said it was more like a press conference than briefing the generals. They said this meeting could have been an email, obviously. So the way I see it, they were kind of doing a loyalty test, but I feel like it was also Trump just wanted to have a rally where everybody was in impressive military regalia because he wants to be like Hitler.
Man, let's just make stupid decisions that critically hurt our military infrastructure so that we can look strong. Let's do things that make stupid people think we look strong, that smart people understand makes us look stupid.
Also, I'm going to, that word, I want to say it's pronounced Quantico, but I feel like it's not. I feel like that's got a different pronunciation that I'm not aware of. Or do you know?
No, I don't.
Because I would say Quantico, but I feel like I've heard the name of that place before and it's not pronounced Quantico.
So here's what I do know. This has told me that I need sugar in my system. So I am going to go throw a thing into the toaster oven real quick and then be right back.
Okay.
Isn't this so fun? Don't you love hearing that your leader wants your entire infrastructure militarily to just crumble randomly because China's having a bad fucking day?
Our generals aren't allowed to throw things in the toaster oven because then that would make them fat. And we can't have fat generals or fat troops.
That doesn't work in the army. It's so long as they handle PT, they're good.
Yeah, okay, but Hegseth can do more PT than the generals.
Hegseth's a fucking wiener. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Hegseth is in better physical shape than me, despite the fact that he's drunk all the time. So, he can do more chin-ups than me. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. That doesn't mean that everybody should meet that same standard to be in the military. Anyway, you go do your thing.
Yep, I'm gonna do the thing.
You need to get a wireless. You need to get earbuds or something with a microphone for these streams, so you can continue chatting while you're cooking or letting the dog in or whatever the fuck. Because I don't fucking know how to entertain people when I'm by myself. Hi, chat. How's it going? So Silksong's pretty fun, but it's hard. I'm at the final boss. Well, apparently there's multiple endings, but so I'm at like the basic final boss. We could watch the Charlie Kirk YouTube poop. No, we can't because I'll get the stream taken down.
All right, I have thrown Pop-Tarts in the oven.
Yay!
Life is fantastic.
Okay. And do you remember the part of the speech where Hegseth said the rules of engagement were stupid?
Yes, the one where he said that war crimes are good, actually.
Yeah, protecting civilians from being dead in war is stupid, and their job is to kill people and break things. And then the President of the United States came out after he said their job is to kill things and kill people and break things, and was like, hey, now I'm going to send you to American cities to do your job. What was that job again? Kill people and break things. How about that?
No, it's our military is being primed to go out and kill American citizens.
Mm-hmm. Although,
and that's
if the reaction of the room was anything to go by, they're not impressed.
Yeah, but they're still gonna do it. That's the thing. So the United States cannot have a military coup against the president because our military is too disorganized for that. Not in the sense that our military does not have a top-down organizational structure that works really well for sending people to do things, but because we quite literally just randomly shuffle around our military personnel every year or so, our military is not set up in such a way where people can actually like build up their little secret societies.
Like the Roman thing where his battalion is loyal to the general.
Yeah.
Which is, on balance, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
but like in this scenario, it'd almost be like, I kind of want a military coup. I would like the military to roll in and be like, hey, president's not supposed to do that. Bye.
Yep. The problem is that what we would end up having is a new norm set up where the military...
I get that. I get that, and it would be bad. I'm not actually advocating for that.
All I'm saying is service guarantees citizenship, and I'm doing my part.
Oh my god. Did you know they made 3 movies of that?
Of Starship Troopers?
Yes.
I know they did 2. I've watched 1 and 2.
Oh. The 3rd one was a made-for-TV movie. It's a Christian movie. Did you know it's a Christian movie? But I don't actually know if it's a Christian movie, because it might be doing that thing that the first one did with fascism, where it's like pretending to be on the side of fascism for the sake of making it so ridiculous. But there were some things that were like, I think these guys might actually think that they're making good points and that this is the good thing. Mm-hmm. Like they didn't understand the fascism metaphor in the first one, and they just were like, yeah, no, they were the good guys.
Yeah, Starship Troopers 2 is less of a... It is unrecognizable as a Starship Troopers film because it's just about I have
zero memories of Starship Troopers 2, but I know God Awful Movies did Starship Troopers 3 recently, and I watched that with Heidi recently, and she was just so confused. It was like at the end of it, it was like, so was this a Christian movie or not? Because like part of what makes the first one not fascist is if you're paying attention, they're actually losing the war. The thing that they get excited about is the bug is scared, and a scared bug means good for propaganda. And so like that's kind of like that kind of gives the game away, where like we're doing a critique of fascism. Because it's all about the spectacle. It's not about whether or not you're actually winning or losing. We just need to have the spectacle.
Yeah,
of winning.
we never actually see any guaranteed human victories in there other than the one, where they grab out the one brain bug.
Whereas in the 3rd one, they actually win. They destroy an entire planet of bugs, and they have the weapon that helps them win, and that goes hand in hand with the Christianity theme.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, it's one of those, like, did they know what they were doing? Or, like, were they trying to do the same thing as the first one? Or were they not? And it's kind of hard to parse out.
I mean, was it the same director?
No, absolutely not.
Because, like, I know that it was a different director.
I don't know that for a fact, but I can almost guarantee it was not the...
I know it was a different director for 2, because 2 literally went from, this is a critique on fascism from the point of the fascists, to... this is a movie that says, did species get you horny? This will also get you horny. Because I remember watching it as a kid, and all I could think of was, damn, I want to fuck some bug women.
Okay. Paul Verhoeven was the director. No, I don't think it was him.
Tal says, is Rhino talking about Starship Troopers or Ender's Game?
No, I'm talking about Starship Troopers. I know Ender's Game is much more subtle than Starship Troopers 3. No, the director was Edward Neumeier.
The fact that the director of Starship Troopers 1 never finished the book is hilarious to me. He got so disgusted with what the book was that he just said,
also,
fuck it,
if
no.
you're a Star Trek nerd, T'Pol plays the atheist who has to convert and be Christian by the end of it.
Here, and the ambassador says, I remember seeing a TikTok where this guy claimed to have read the Starship Troopers book and he made fun of people saying the society in the book are fascists. His literal argument was all you need to do to serve is serve to vote and you can have your own businesses. Yeah, hyper-militarized society are often fascist because the term fascist comes from fascia, and fascia was a bundle of uniform sticks used as a weapon. The term literally comes from power through unity and force. That's what the fucking word means.
I do just have to say, though, that in my conversation with Heidi about whether or not Starship Troopers 3 is actually a Christian movie or whether it was a critique of Christianity and the use of religion for power, what came out of that discussion was she was like, that is more confusing than that Christian time travel movie. And we were both thinking of different movies when she said that. So the fact that, it's one of those things where it's like, if I had a nickel for every time I saw a Christian time travel movie, I'd only have 2 nickels, but it is weird that it happened twice.
Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire. Anyway,
that wasn't time travel.
Yep, well, I need to let the cat in, and I also need to grab I need to grab the Pop-Tarts. That's what I need to do. My life's gonna be better after that.
Yeah, so Jassa, 33 AD is the one that she was thinking of, but I was thinking of Time Changer. So 33 AD is the one where Muslims go back in time to assassinate Jesus Christ before he can die on the cross properly. And Time Changer is the one where a professor from the 1800s who was like, no, we don't need to put Jesus in the classroom. He then travels forward through time and sees that girls are wearing miniskirts and is like, oh, we actually do need to put Jesus in the classroom. And so, instead of going back in time and being like, hey, we have vaccines now. We could do vaccines. We could do all this other medical technology. We could do, all sorts of cool tech that I could have, made the world a better place. Nope. We need to have Jesus in the classroom to stop the miniskirts from dominating. Yeah, never seen it. It's not worth seeing. It's not actually all that... I'm making it sound a lot better than it is. 33 AD is worth seeing. That one is crazy and is so fucking wild and so much fun to watch. And that's the one where I actually have emailed the director of that movie because I did that as a drunken movie night years and years and years ago, back when I did drunken movie nights. And it got taken down for copyright reasons. And that's one of those things where I got the director's direct contact information with that. And I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure I was doing this in fair use. And then he emailed me back and was like, no, I just did a bunch of copyright strikes on a bunch of things. So no. And then it was like, okay, well, if I want to continue going, then this could end up in court. And I don't have the money for that. And it's not really worth it. But yeah, no, I have directly emailed the director of 33 AD.
Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Curatorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it just a little bit.